Yes, sir. जी सर.
चलो ठीक है। अच्छा प्रीति, वंदना आ गई है।
ठीक है सर।
सर आपकी आज्ञा से प्रारंभ करें।
Yes, yes, please.
हाँ वंदना स्टार्ट।
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes. A very good morning to all of you all. I welcome you all once again to our 12th online faculty induction program organized by Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Jabalpur. Another exciting session by our guest speaker today, Professor Surendra Singh. Sir is a PhD from Banaras Hindu University, from Department of Biological Science, Rani Durgavati University, Jabalpur. He's been the Dean, Faculty of Science, Director from Institute of Vocational Studies and Skill Development. He was the Founder Director, Institute of Agricultural Sciences, Director, UGC Community College, Coordinator, Career Guidance, Counseling, Training and Placement, Nodal Officer, Skill Development Center, Chairman, Board of Studies in Biotechnology, Member of Central Board of Studies in Biotechnology, Government of Madhya Pradesh. Sir was the ex-chairman in the Board of Studies in Botany from RDVV, Jabalpur. Ex-chairman, Central Board of Studies in Botany from Government of Madhya Pradesh. Ex-director, Research and Development, Hash Biotech Labs Private Limited, Chandigarh. Commonwealth Postdoctoral Fellow in Microbiology, University of Dundee, Scotland, UK. Visiting Scientist, Jacob Lofton Institute for Desert Research. Sir also is a visiting scientist at Institute of Hydrobiology, Chinese Academy of Science, China. Chief Technology Officer, Hash Biotech Labs Private Limited. Sir is the Principal Technical Advisor for IIM SAM South Asia, United Nations. Principal Technical Advisor for many such reputed institutes. Sir has completed 8 research projects, supervised more than 8 research projects. Sir has published around 70 research papers, guided 21 PhD students, and they have been awarded for the same. Sir has been conferred with 105 national, sir has attended over 105 national and international conferences, 85 seminars, webinars, workshops. Several programs have been organized under Sir's guidance, and he's also published 16 chapters in various books. 4 books, more than 4 books have been edited and very renowned patent filed. So, sir, we warmly welcome you for today's session and truly excited to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much for elaborate introduction. Good morning and namaskar to all of you. Today is my lecture. Before I start, let me share my screen. ये हमारा स्क्रीन को थोड़ा इनेबल करिए।
कर दिया है सर, कर दिया।
हाँ, आपको स्क्रीन दिख रही है हमारी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Today I have decided to discuss a very interesting type lecture very close to all of us. Grow your own food, organic terrace gardening for sustainable development. This lecture is based on my own experience. I am every day doing this terrace gardening. Today also I was there for 2 hours. And this practice I have been continuing for since 2016. It's now nearly more than 8 years that I have been growing our vegetable, fruits, and everything on my terrace itself. So, why this terrace gardening is important? That is a very important thing that what we have been eating, you can see here that vegetables are coming from where? The sources. how they are cleaned up, and how they are cultivated. They are cultivated with the help of large amount of pesticide, herbicide, and insecticides, which is more than a required field dose. The farmers are every day putting a large amount of these pesticides, which are highly toxic in nature. And you know that they are also cancerous. Whatever the man-made chemicals are there, xenobiotics, they are cancerous in nature. So that is why you might have heard that in Punjab there is a cancer belt. The whole Malwa region, the people are suffering from one type or other type of cancer because of this is a result of green revolution. You might be remembering that when India got independence, there was a scarcity of food in our country. So we were dependent upon the American supply of the wheats and other grains and the food materials. And there is a lot of problems because of the famine and other agricultural and irrigation problem. And that is how uh, it was decided by the then Prime Minister, Mrs. Gandhi, and that India should be sufficient in the food production. And therefore, our Prime Minister, the present Prime Minister, Manani Sri Narendra Modi ji, is always saying there should be a food security and there should be energy security. These two aspects are essential for the development of our country. We need sufficient food supply. Also, because we are now 1.4 billion people, and the new census is going to be taken up, then maybe we may cross 150 million. Sorry. So this is very important that we should go for a sufficient food and food supply chain, and that is how we should also be sufficient in energy security. And therefore, more than 39 countries are supplying these petroleum products to our country. Every day we are buying petroleum products to meet our requirement, the energy requirement. And the government is now emphasizing that we should grow petroleum in our agricultural field. Like you might have heard about the production of biodiesel, bioethanol, biobutanol from various plant sources, Jatropha and others. A lot of emphasis was given on the production of Jatropha crop so that we can get the oil, and that oil can be converted into biodiesel. Now, the government is emphasizing on the production of alcohol from maize, makai se. And the government is also giving a lot of encouragement to the farmers that we must grow maize as much as possible so that that can be converted into alcohol, and the our energy supply, energy requirement can be shifted from the fossil fuel to the sustainable sources, like solar panels. The World Solar Alliance has been initiated by our Prime Minister. And initially, we were not utilizing this solar energy. You know, this is a freely available solar energy on the earth and is going to be wasted every day. And therefore, the new Solar Alliance has been initiated, the World Solar Alliance, by our Prime Minister. And now government is encouraging that everyone should utilize the solar panel, they capture the freely available solar energy into electrical energy and for other purpose, so that we can get ourselves diverted from the fossil fuel like petroleum products, for which we are dependent upon 39 countries to supply. If they stop exporting the products, petroleum product to us, then what will happen? And therefore, realizing that energy security is important, government is taking every step encouraging all the citizens of India that we must use the solar panels. The second thing is that can we utilize this freely available solar energy in converting and in growing our crops? That is also because who can capture the solar power either by the solar cells or by the crops by using the process of photosynthesis. So therefore, my emphasis is that okay, the farmers are growing crops in their field because we are agricultural country. What about in the urban areas? In urban areas, why we should be too much dependent upon them for the supply of at least fruits and vegetables and the other day-to-day requirement? Can we utilize the spaces available in our houses, in our flats? And therefore, the concept is to utilize this solar energy. Can we use our rooftop gardening or the terrace gardening? Maybe if you have a small space, you can use your balconies, kitchen gardening, backyard gardening, so that we can be self-sufficient, at least not 100%, at least up to some extent. We can cultivate our own food by cultivating the vegetables and using the organic fertilizers so that we are saved from the dangerous impact of these herbicide, pesticide, insecticides, and the chemicals you can see. Because the vegetables we are using, you can see, is coming from so many hands. I don't know that how many people have handled your fruits and vegetables when it comes to our dining table, because it was grown somewhere, then it was transported, then it was stored, then it was brought to the market, and so many people have handled our fruit products, this particularly these vegetable and fruits, etc. Maybe somebody is suffering from one disease or other disease, and that kind of microorganisms are coming with them, and without taking much care, we are inclined to use the raw vegetables like mooli, gajar, and everything. Most of the people you might have seen, they are picking up from the vegetable shop and directly eating, and without properly cleaning them, we are utilizing, and then we are going every day to the doctors that we are suffering from one disease to other disease. And also the greedy people like this, they are putting a lot of chemicals into that, the colors. So how to save our new generation, how to save ourselves and the generation which is going to come, our offsprings? Because if we don't do that now, then this legacy will be transferred from one generation to other generation. And we are always talking about the what you call immunity system. During the corona period, you might have heard everybody is talking that we must have our strong immunity, and there is no medicine to improve immunity overnight. There is no medicine as such, because it's a slow process, and we acquire immunity passively through our whatever we check. So therefore, it is always important that our diet should be balanced. If we eat the contaminated food, then you see that lot of problems like diarrhea, vomiting, cholera, typhoid, colon cancer, and so on and so forth. We are facing a number of problems. So what is happening here? This
वो कुछ चीज अब created edit together.
something some
Return to work.
Okay. I don't know what to do. Anyway, so what is the impact of these pesticides? Now you can see that when we are using this pesticide, which is non-biodegradable, that these pesticides, when the farmers are using in their crop field, they are going to be there for years to years, because they are non-biodegradable. They are not going to be degraded by the microorganisms. So that will remain there. And because of utilization of these chemicals, they do not only kill the targeted one, but they also kill the non-targeted also, because the chemicals cannot discriminate to where to act. Wherever they will get the active site, they will block. Like 2,4-D and like DDT and other things, they will simply go into the field and they will find the active site, and that will block, whether it is a crop or it is a weed. So, and they will remain in the field, and through this irrigation, ultimately these pesticides will come into our water streams and we are going to consume them. So, due through the food chain, the pesticide and insecticides coming to in our body. Even if we are non-vegetarian, then also these creatures on which we are going to feed, they are also feeding on these agricultural crops. So ultimately through their body, this is the ecological system, food chain and food web. The pesticide, herbicide, insecticides will come to us, and then you can see what is their impact on the health. Exposure can cause the fertility, reproductive issues, diabetes, obesity, degenerative diseases, Parkinson's, and so on and so forth. And they also adversely affect the pregnant mothers and children. And when we are using a large amount of pesticide and insecticide, that also drains our economies. And what is important on the ecosystem is the decrease is the biodiversity. You know that biodiversity is always important and is mandatory to maintain any ecosystem. So when we utilize this indiscriminate use of this pesticide, herbicide, that is going to kill the biodiversity, decreases the biodiversity, and ultimately the ecosystem is going to be affected. So therefore, we say that any diverse ecosystem is more stable. More diverse is the ecosystem, more is the stability. Diversity leads to stability. Any ecosystem is stable once the diversity is maintained. And therefore, now we are also saying the unity in diversity. So diversity of the plants, diversity of the microorganism, diversity of the animals is important for sustainable development. And this pesticides is directly or indirectly decreases the biodiversity whenever we are applying, and also their impact on water and soil is going to come ultimately to our body. Now you can see that even because of this pollution, the people are dying in Kashmir. There was this report that people are dying because of this air pollution than the terrorism, because the air quality index, you might have seen in Jabalpur and other places, the pollution control board are putting up these screens, on here and there, so that every time they are showing you the air quality index. This you have every day experiencing this problem of air pollution in Delhi for the last so many years. So this air pollution is very dangerous. It is the cause of the lung cancer. My own sister-in-law, who is working in the Baltimore, the John Hopkins Institute of Medical Sciences, for the last 20 years, she has been working on the lungs cancer. And she has collected the contaminated air samples from more than 10 contaminated countries. And ultimately, when she has separated this, what you call the various pollutants from the air, and it was ultimately injected to the mice, there is a development of air cancer in the lungs. So what I'm trying to say, because my sister-in-law herself is working on that, so I know it from her, that is very, very dangerous, which we don't know. The kind of air pollutions we are facing, we are going to induce a lot of diseases in ourselves. Now you can see this is also very old news, 2020, that Madhya Pradesh में 25%, Chhattisgarh 13.6%, वेजिटेबल्स सब्जियों में किडनी और हार्ट की बीमारी देने वाले लेड कैडमियम की घातक मात्रा. So you can see that whatever we are using this kind of vegetables, fruits, and we are going to take this lead and cadmium in our body, or ultimately that gives the heart diseases. So why to grow our own food? The earth provide the answer, the nature, the motherland. E, to capture free sunlight, that is energy. A, to help alleviate the world hunger problems and help improve your family nutrition, that is save lives. R, to make use of your own local resources. T, to save time, money, and less transportation. And H, to grow your own health. So this is very important that even the earth is the answer. So we must go for growing our own food. What is the health benefits of the home gardening? Sometimes people say why we should go. Like every day I am doing 2 hours from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Though I am unable to walk freely, as you might be knowing, I am suffering from the slip disc problem. So I am doing this kind of gardening by sitting on chair for the last more than 8 years. I am growing. I will show you in our next slides that everything I am growing over there. So 2 hours working, you know, like he said that 3 hours of moderate gardening could equal to 1 hour gym session. So I cannot go to the gym if I am working with the gardening. At least 1 hour gym session is there. And also it releases the stress relief, immunity booster. And there are some bacteria which are really improving our what you call cortisol, antidepressant, and green diet is there, brain health is there. So like I was suffering from this frozen shoulder problem, and doctor has suggested me some around 10 years back that we should do some kind of exercise. Whatever exercise they have suggested, I couldn't follow that. But I have started, when I started this home gardening for the last 10 years, there is no pain in my shoulders. I'm fine because I'm every day using our hands in, in cultivating, preparing pots and everything. So that is important. One must do the gardening, because if we start doing gardening, our children will see to us, and when they see that their parents are doing, they are encouraged, and they are now associated with the nature. So therefore we must do that to transfer our traditional knowledge to our offsprings. Now, how to boost immunity? That is also a problem. When I was talking about the immunity, eat a diet high in the fruits and vegetables, eat more whole plant food, engage in moderate exercise, manage your stress level, maintain a balanced diet, and drink water a lot. So, when we are sitting on the table, do we think that whether our diet is balanced or not? We don't think. Even if highly qualified like our teachers and professors are here, we don't think that whether our diet is balanced or not, and therefore there are n number of problems there. Sometimes we have a lot of problems in the pain or arthritis pain, the doctors, and we feel that when you go for examination they said B12 is deficient, you are deficient in vitamin D, you are deficient in this kind of minerals, nutrition. So this is very important that our diet should be balanced. And every day, at least, we must ensure that our diet has got the cereals and the millets, fruits and vegetables, pulses and the dairy products, fats and sugars. So all kind of component of our food should be there as an ingredient in our diet. At least the people are facing from this, probiotics. Sometimes we are taking a lot of antibiotics, and because of that we are facing the problem of the loose motion, and then the doctors are suggesting that we should go for probiotics. So dahi, is the best probiotic. At least we must include in our diet, whether we like it or not, the dairy products, and at least once or twice in a week This curd must be included. Otherwise, we should be dependent upon the artificial system. Now, what is difference between the conventional and the organic farming? Now, whatever the farming is going on is a conventional one. And conventional farming is economic orientation. And the organic farming, it is based on the ecological orientation. In our organic farming, we do not use the chemical fertilizers like urea, and we cannot eliminate immediately, but slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly. That is why 4 years are required for any organic certification. Like if you want to get your farms certified by the agencies, so at least 4 year data has to be maintained, that how much in organic fertilizers and other agrochemical has been used, and have they been substantially reduced with the organic fertilizers, the biofertilizers. Because the people are thinking that organic cultivation is less than the inorganic one. And in conventional cultivation, we use the genetically modified organisms. In organic cultivation, we don't use the genetically modified crops and organisms. Now, synthetic fertilizers are used in conventional farming, and whereas synthetic fertilizers are not used. Weeds are controlled through herbicides in conventional farming. Here, the manual weeds are removed here. Now, pesticide and fungicides are used to control pests and diseases, whereas pests and diseases are controlled biologically. Now, in conventional farming, that is produced, obtained, will have chemical residues accumulated in, and in organic, the produce is free from the chemical residues. Air, water, and soil pollution is common in conventional farming. No such problem is observed in organic farming. Produce is carcinogenic and causes several health problems in organic farming. No such problems are observed in organic farming. Low inputs output ratio with pollution. Here, optimum input output ratio with new pollution. Soil fertility is maintained for shorter period when we are using the conventional farming. Soil fertility is maintained on long-term basis when we are using the organic fertilizer, because the inorganic fertilizer, we know that, like urea, NPK, and because they are synthesized in the industry, once we use into our field, it is immediately going to be solubilized. Either it is utilized by the plant for the growth, or it goes down to the soil or gets evaporated. So the soil fertility is not maintained for longer period of time. Whereas when we use the cow dung, manure, vermicompost, or biofertilizers, so because they are slowly releasing these nutrients to the field, because microorganisms are working over there, and therefore the fertility is maintained for longer period of time. Because like when we are using the cow dung manure and vermicompost, they are slowly degraded by the microorganisms, and not only they are releasing these chemicals which is utilized by the plants, they are also producing some kind of mucilage and aromatic amino acids. The proteins are liberated, so they are going to bind the soil particle. When the soil particles are bind by this organic one, then the water holding capacity and field capacity is also going to be increased. And therefore the organic one is better than the, because our ancestors were doing this organic cultivation itself. Then at that time, these industries were not there, and the urea and NPK and other the inorganic fertilizers were not available. So that is why now the government is saying that we must go to the natural farming, or we must go to our organic farming. That means we should go back to our historical practices. So in inorganic cultivation, intensive irrigation is required, and here the intensive irrigation is not much required. Now you can see the difference between the nutrients in organic versus conventionally grown fruits and vegetables. Just to give an idea, that you can see that this is the organic one, the blue one, and this is conventional, that is inorganic one. Now you can see the antioxidants. The amount of the antioxidants is much more in organically grown vegetable and fruits as compared to the conventional one. You know that these antioxidants are now very much required when we start growing and graying, you can say aging. Role of antioxidants there, because these antioxidants are helping in fighting the problems of the cancer, and day to day whatever the radicals are generated in our body, so they are neutralizing, and therefore we must take antioxidant every day. If we are not taking through the vegetable and fruits, then doctors are recommending the tablets and capsule that we must take sufficient amount of antioxidant daily. And these antioxidants, like in the fruits and vegetables, the chlorophylls, the carotenoids, the color pigments, they are the source of the antioxidant. You can see the vitamin C here. It's much more inorganic one. Beta carotene is nearly equal. Vitamin E is much more. Phosphorus is much more. Potassium is much more. So just to give an idea that those vegetable and fruits which are organically grown, they have better nutrients composition, antioxidants, as compared to the inorganic one. Now, what is this organic terrace gardening? This photographs is from my own products produce. Organic terrace gardening is the production of crop and livestock without the use of synthetic chemicals and inorganic fertilizers. Organic agriculture aims at the human welfare without any harm to the environment, which is the foundation of the human life itself. Now, to what is the types of organic farming that can be done at home? You can see this is the I have just incorporated. This is the photograph of my own terrace. When I started with these small pots in 2016. Now I will show that I have shifted from this pot to the other pot. So what is the terrace gardening, rooftop gardening, balcony gardening? Then there is a hydroponics. You can see here, kitchen gardening and land gardening, aquaponics. So hydroponics and aquaponics, that means free from the soil. Even now you might have heard that this aquaponics, a lot of projects are there where only the water and the nutrients are added into that, and you can get these kind of vegetables. Now this is also a crop. Those belongs to the stream of life sciences, they might be knowing. This is the cultivation of spirulina. Spirulina is one of the richest source of protein on earth. Oh, again, this is the problem.
वेट फॉर सम टाइम एज वो वाला आइकन सर जब वो हो जाएगा क्योंकि ऐड है सर.
Now, yes. Now, this spirulina is a blue-green algae. You can see here, this is called नील हरित शैवाल or cyanobacteria. ये काई है जो spiral in shape है, and therefore it is called the spirulina. And this is the richest source of protein on earth. 71% protein is there in spirulina. I will just let you know that the amount of the protein required by our body is 1 gram per kg of our body weight. Suppose if our body weight is 80 kg, we must take 80 grams of protein daily in our diet. So that is the standard way of calculating. Though amount is required 0.8 grams, but 1 gram is okay. So therefore, we must take this much of protein every day for metabolic processes. Now we can calculate ourselves how much protein we are taking every day. Suppose if you are taking milk, you know that everybody is dependent upon the milk. Milk has got 2.5 to 3% of protein per 100 grams. If the milk is pure. So you can understand that if you are taking, suppose every day 250 gram, 1 pav of milk, then how much protein we are getting if it is not diluted by the water or prepared from the urea, as now people are doing a lot of mischief. So if it is a pure milk, you will get 3 grams per 100 grams. So if you are taking 2.5, 1 pav, so 7.5 grams of protein, and we are say that we have taken it. Whereas we require at least, suppose I am 100 kg, so I need 100 grams of protein. If you are eating what you call eggs, 11%. Maximum protein is 11%. In pulses is 20 to 25%. In soyabeans, it is 35%. Mushroom is 40 to 45% protein. Now in spirulina, it is 71%. 70% protein per 100 grams means the richest source of protein, and that is vegetarian protein on earth. And all 45 major nutrients required our body for daily metabolism is present in spirulina. Anti-cancerous in nature, anti-HIV in nature, anti-diabetic is in nature, richest source of hemoglobin, that is iron, phosphorus, calcium, sodium, whatnot. So you can see when a particular plant has got 71 protein, so rest is 30%. Any carbohydrate and fats are very less in amount. And therefore, in 1974, United Nations has declared spirulina is a superfood for tomorrow. In 1974 itself, United Nations has declared spirulina is a superfood for tomorrow, and this is a best food supplement existed today on the earth. And most of us, we don't know that, and we are not utilizing that. If I'm billion and billion dollar market is there, because it is a lot of cosmetic products are produced from spirulina, and n number of therapeutic products are produced from the spirulina, and this is a richest source of vegetarian protein. So on the religious ground also, if you are vegetarian, you can consume it and you can grow it on your terrace. This is the photograph I'm showing you. That was in the Mohali when I was a chief technology officer in Hash Biotech Labs Private Limited in Chandigarh. In 2008 to 2011, I was there in a company. I founded this startup. Means it was not mine. I was a chief technology officer. But this technology I have given to the company. Now you can see the Dabur, Sonova, Cadila, n number of companies, Amway, are producing this spirulina capsules. And even it is given to our armed forces, which are posted in Siachen glaciers and others by the government of India. So this is the best way, simple way. You can grow in pots, you can grow in buckets, you can grow in any kind of vessels you require day to day. You can harvest it, you can directly eat it, or you can use it as a face mask, because it is antibacterial in nature, antifungal in nature, antiviral in nature. So all kind of things, when we use it directly on our face mask, so the acne problems, the pimples problems are going to be removed, and this is safe. So lot of n number of cosmetics have been produced. What you call shampoos are there. Even the beer from the spirulina has been produced in the Myanmar and other countries. So what not? So that is called all in one and one for all. ये सभी के लिए एक टैबलेट, जैसे वो अमिताभ बच्चन कहते हैं 2 बूंद जिंदगी के लिए. सो मैं कहूंगा कि 2 चुटकी जो स्पाइरुलिना पाउडर आपके और आपके परिवार के जीवन को लंबा कर सकता है, अगर आप डेली इसका इस्तेमाल करें तो. और ये कहीं भी आप इसका कल्चर मीडियम लेकर के, और you can start. Government of India and others are giving a lot of support, and that is the food supplement. Without this, that hunger, poverty cannot be eliminated. In Africa and other countries, Kenya, the grandmother of ex-president Obama, Mama Sarah Obama, was working as a brand ambassador in Kenya. There, but children are given. That is why Spiruna Pledge campaign was there, where I was nominated as a chief technology officer. That at least you must pledge that much amount of Spiruna to those children. There is a death of every 7 seconds. At least one children is dying on this earth because of the malnutrition, hunger, and poverty. Particularly, the malnutrition is there, and therefore there is a organization called IIM-SAM, Intergovernmental Institution for Use of Microalgae Spirulina Against Malnutrition, in United Nations. And they are working and they are promoting this cultivation of spirulina to particularly those countries, third world countries or underdeveloped countries. Even the developed countries, the people are utilizing, because they are rich in all kind of mineral nutrition. So why I'm emphasizing, this is also a crop, and this crop you can grow on your if you want to start your industry, you are most welcome. Otherwise, for a family consumption, you can grow on your rooftop. Now, this is also the photographs of the inside when I was there as a chief technology officer. These are the students from my own, from the RDBB. They went with us and they were culturing this spirulina from here to here, here to there. This is again a kind of azolla. You might have heard is a water fern, is a green gold mine. You might have seen in the various ponds in the villages, the azolla is growing, is a source of biofertilizer utilized in particularly in rice agriculture. So there is a International Rice Institute in Manila. There is a National Rice Research Institute in Odisha. And there a lot of technology have been developed by cultivating this azolla. And this is called as a green gold mine. This azolla has got the ability to fix atmospheric nitrogen because the presence of a cyanobacteria in its fronds, lower fronds, that is Anabenazole. One of the blue-green algae is associated with the azolla plant. This is a water form. And that blue-green algae has got the capacity to fix atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia. And therefore, this particular plant is utilized as a biofertilizer. And many more. You can see that they are grown in the ponds like this. And you might have seen in the villages, the ponds are changed into the red one. So sometimes back there was a hue and cry that Narmada river is covered by the fungi. Then ultimately one of my students who's working in Hosangabad, he said, no, it is azolla which has come from nearby sources. So they can be utilized as a food. They can be utilized as a feed for the animals, and sometimes they are used with the rice for cooking, and they have got some medicinal property also. So azolla can be grown easily and can be utilized as a biofertilizer, as a green manure, as a food supplement, as a feed supplement, and also utilized in various medicinal purposes also. So very easy to grow. The cultivation technique is available with the Indian Agriculture Research Institute, IRI, New Delhi. If somebody wants, or the agriculture universities, they are also having this technology to grow. The another cultivation, you can do it on the mushroom cultivation. We are using a lot of mushrooms, very easy to grow. You can, if you have a small rooftop, आपके पास छत है, आप इसकी टेक्नोलॉजी इज वेरी सिंपल. आप उससे सीख करके यू कैन कल्टिवेट मशरूम. यू कैन use it by yourself, or if you want to go for an entrepreneurship, you can also sell it out. So mushroom cultivation can be done easily on the rooftop. Spirulina cultivation, azolla cultivation, these are the crops which you can start growing for your family purposes, or for slowly for commercial purpose. Now, what is home terrace gardening? You can see this is my own terrace when I started. So what is important that you can utilize the surfaces which are freely available, the rooftop which is freely available where the sunlight is appropriate. So you can start this rooftop gardening in your home. Now, how to grow your own food at home? This is also the photograph of my own terrace. You can see here site selection and checking the space capacity, material required for home farming, what to grow and when to grow, seasonal vegetables, how to prepare good pot mix, preparation and transferring of sapling, how to control the pest, and how to prepare the organic compost. These are the small, you don't require much training for that. You only require the determination and the zeal that I will do it. So this is the time. Time will not come again and again. सही यही समय है, सही समय है। आज से और अभी से हम सब ये लें पर्यावरण के प्रति। ग्रीन कुंभ भी हो रहा है, पर्यावरण कुंभ हो रहा है इस समय हमारे कुंभ मेले में। 5 और 6 तारीख को वहां पे हरित कुंभ ऑर्गेनाइज किया जा रहा है शिक्षा संस्कृति उत्थान न्यास के द्वारा। तो पर्यावरण के दृष्टिकोण से तो हरित कुंभ का पर्पज यही है कि आप सब इसमें शामिल हों और हम जो है पर्यावरण को बचाएं। सो फॉर दैट you can start this kind of cultivation. Now, picking the right location for organic farming, because we require a particular place where at least the sunlight is available for more than 8 hours. So we have to select a site which is free from any kind of blockages, because if the big buildings are around, then you will get a light intensity and the lighting for a very short period of time, then much more cultivation is affected. So before starting a terrace garden, check whether the roof surface can bear the weight of the soil. Leakage should not be there. A terrace garden should be made on the rooftop of a substantial building or a house constructed with the load-bearing floors. You can see that instead of those cemented pot, I have got it prepared this galvanized sheet pots, 3 feet by 2 feet by 15 inches. So I'm growing with the help of this. Then avoid deeply shaded area for fruiting vegetables. Check for proper sunlight. The terrace should have adequate drainage so that the rain and the irrigation water drains off. Avoid areas with the extreme wind. So that is the important thing, and it's also safe because when we are going on the rooftop, nobody will go there and disturb. Like your crop is safe with the animals and other kind of insects and the pest which can come directly when you are going on the ground. Now you can see what are the things required for the terrace gardening. You can see this is again the photograph of my own terrace garden. You need the seed, saplings, sunlight, water, soil or pot mix, organic compost, green manure, pots, containers, earthen pots, plastic buckets, paint buckets, whatever you have got. Then garden tools, shade net if required, then poles, wooden stick, PVC pipes, biopesticide to control the pest. Now these are the things required. That if you have the paint bottles, buckets, you can use it. You can use this one, this cemented one, or maybe earthen pots. These are the tools you require, the seeds you need, and this is for the composting. And these are the some, wood sticks for you can use it, during the cultivation. Sorry. Yes. Types of containers for the cultivation. You can choose whatever you like: poly bags, seedling bags, plastic bags, jute gunny bags, brick bed, plastic bucket, containers, drum, tubs, earthen pots, whatever is available and you think this is a waste in your house, you can use it for cultivation purpose. If nothing is available, you can simply have the polythene sheet and you can use the polythene sheet for the cultivation. Now, how to prepare a good potting mixture? That is important. This is the crux of the matter, that how to prepare a pot mix. So pot mix is very essential. You need one part of coco peat. You can see here. नारियल का जो जटा जूट है उसी को क्रश करके ये कोकोपीट बन के आता है. आप इसमें से ले लें वन पार्ट. टेक द गार्डन सॉइल वन पार्ट. टेक द काउ डंग मैन्योर वन पार्ट एंड मिक्स देम. And if it is not cow dung, you can take the vermicompost or any, even you can do the straw. If it is available, you can mix the straw and mix them properly and then fill the pot. Every time you go to start with a new crop, always change the soil, prepare, reactivate the soil, prepare a good pot mixture and put it there. And if you are not doing it again and again, keep on cultivating the crop in the same pot, then you will see that the growth is declining because some kind of insects are there, some kinds of fungus are there. So you have to remove the soil from the pots. Once a life of a one plant is over, you take out this soil mix, show them, put it there on the ground and let them be exposed to the proper sunlight. That is called solarization, because solar energy will kill some of the undesired microorganisms present in that can be easily utilized, and then you can reactivate. Reactivate means again mix this cow dung manure, some coco peat and some other garden soil and refill it. Now, how to make the organic compost at home? You can see this is how I am preparing. This is the kitchen waste, zero waste kitchen, zero waste campus. Then you can also take the dried leaves, wooden chips, whatever is available, and take some garden soil for the microorganisms, mix them and put it there. Every day I am putting in over here, you see. And if the buttermilk is there for pH stabilization, sometimes you can also put it there, some cow dung manure, little bit about, and then put the lid on the container. Leave it for at least 3 months, 90 days to 4 months. And then you should have a small hole here in the bottom. And then after 4 months, everything is decomposed and you can get a very good compost prepared at your home. So this is very important. What I am doing, I am using these two containers. Once one is filled, I start filling the other one. So nothing organic waste is available in my kitchen. Whatever is there, even if whatever the leaves and the plants are dried up, I am removing from everything is going into this compost. Nothing is left. So, and also the water is coming out, whatever is draining, that is also being collected and utilized as a fertilizer. So that is also a benefit. That is called the garbage enzyme. How to prepare the garbage enzyme? You can see here, I am keeping this drum on the stand and there is a small hole in the bottom and it is being collected. This kind of garbage enzymes are coming, the water is coming, and when I'm collecting, you can filter it, like this. And if you want, you can dilute it, put it into 2 bottles, and then you can use this as a liquid fertilizer. आम के आम, गुठलियों के दाम. You will get this liquid fertilizer, then you will get the compost also. And there is a n number of business. This garbage enzyme is being sold. इसको आप मार्केट में भी खरीद सकते हैं. The garbage enzymes. Lot of, because the enzymes are mixed over there. This is a mixed enzyme. You can use it. And if you want, you can start a small business and you can sell it. Another one is the bioenzymes. This is also an idea of entrepreneurship, that whatever the peels you are having, like here I am using the anar peels. This is from citrus, this nibu, and this is from the banana. So whatever the peels you are having from the fruits, even the vegetables, you can put it there. One part of the what you call jaggery, the good, and then one part of this peels and 3 parts of the water. आप इसको mix करके in bottles में भर दीजिए. There should be small hole over there, and every day you have to open it slowly, slowly. No, you don't have to hole. Sorry, you don't have to make hole. You have to open the lid so that the carbon dioxide gas is removed. After 10 to 15 days, you don't need to open the cap and leave it over there. This will settle down, and after 90 days or so, you will get a bioenzyme. This bioenzyme, you can filter it, and you can use it for mopping your floor, you can use it for cleaning your toilets floor, and instead of using the other harpic and other things, you can use this bioenzymes. And this is a big industry. People are doing at large scale and selling this bioenzyme. You might have seen in so many detergents, it's written that this is supplemented with the bioenzymes. So these are the bioenzymes. You can see that again, entrepreneurship opportunities in startup opportunities there. In Chhattisgarh, someone is doing at the large scale producing this bioenzyme and selling in the market. So you can prepare yourself, and instead of using this phenol and other thing for cleaning your floor on toilets floor and other things, toilet seats, you can use, and their good amount of smell is there. If you are using this citrus, the nibu, you will get that kind of smell. So the bioenzyme industry is there. You can start this work at your home. Now, method of cultivation by seed, how you will cultivate. You can see that you cut the fruits of this tomato, remove the seed, put it there, and you can see ultimately you can cultivate with the help of seed. You can also grow the plants by use of the roots and the rhizomes, and with the help of plants that can be grown with cuttings. So a lot of things are there like sage, rosemary, oregano, mint, coriander, spinach, basil, that you can use the cutting also at the same. So you can use the seed, you can use the rhizome, and you can use the cuttings as well. Now, transfer of saplings, that is important. That will save your time. That you can start growing the plants in this kind of trays. Germination tray is very cheap. You can buy it, and here you can put it. Pot mix. Small amount of the pot mix is there. Put it there. They will grow here, and then you can transfer these saplings to the pots. So that will save your time. That germination tray is there, so you can side by side start germinating with your desired plants, and therefore once they are growing up, you can easily transfer them, and then you can cultivate them. So the germination, you can directly go to the pots, or you can use the what you call the germination tray. Now, how to protect your plants from the pest naturally? So the natural pesticide is the neem extract, neem oil, and leaf extract. So either you can take this fresh leaf extract, or you can boil the neem leaves and take the water, collect the water, and or you can take the neem oil, neem extract leaf, one part of the liquid shape, and water you can mix, and then you can spray it on the plants. Every week you have to spray. So mostly they are uh, helping in removing the kind of pest which are going to affect our crop. So that is how to prepare the neem leaf extract. I have shown you that you can boil it, and after the boiling you can transfer and you can spray it on your crop. Now, what makes this pesticide? A lot of pesticides are there. The people are also preparing from the Gaumutra also pesticides, and using the different kind of plant material for mixing them and preparing the biopesticide that helps in the insect repellents. So that is why the pesticide works in repelling the insects. Now, what are the advantages of the terrace gardening? That is convenience of safety, pesticide free, healthy green and fresh vegetables, conducive to a routine of physical exercises, clean air close to nature, increases amount of oxygen in air, reduces overall heat absorption in building, insulate the buildings against the heat and cold, helps to reduce the soil erosion for farming, act as a habitat for city weary birds and animals, reduces the indoor temperature. So these are the advantages, that at least they are free from pesticide, herbicide, insecticide, chemicals, whatever you produce. You can also taking the help benefits of the physical exercise. It produces lot of oxygen into the air. You know that, let me tell you one thing here, that whatever the prana vayu and oxygen we are breathing, so only the plants, the higher plants are contributing only 30%. Rest 70% comes from algae. The kai se aati se oxygen in the atmosphere, because 3/4 is the sea. So around 70% oxygen is coming from the algae, and only 30% is coming from the higher plants. And therefore it is very important that we must grow plants in our house, in our garden, so that the atmosphere is oxygenated. There is a oxygenated water is also available in the market. When I was in Britain, there was a oxygenated, where the dissolved oxygen more is very costly. So they are simply taking this bottle and aerating with the oxygen cylinder and selling it. That is called the oxygenated water. So oxygen is very important for our body. Therefore, Baba Ramdev is saying that you go for pranayam and all kind of things, because oxygen is important for transporting oxygen from one tissue to other. So if we are growing the plants, we are enriching our atmosphere with the oxygen. So that, and also it helps in reducing the temperature of the terrace, and also attracts the pollinating birds. Sorry. Now, benefits of the organic food I have already discussed. You can see the photos, whatever I have been producing. That prevents the premature aging, boost immune system, ensures safe and healthy world for future generation, and taste better than the non-organic food, reduces the risk of heart diseases, promotes animal welfare, reduces the presence of pesticides, and the prevents the cancer. So that is the benefits. And not only the benefits, this is also important to know when to plant which kind of vegetables. So chart is available. You can see that what you can grow in January, what you can grow in February, March, April, likewise. The chart is available. Accordingly, you can go. Terrace gardening can be utilized as a startup, as a business also. Because if you are, I have heard and I have seen the reports that at least those who have started with terrace gardening, they are getting benefits of 20 to 30,000 per month they are earning from the terrace gardening. Because it requires a very small investment and a small place to start a terrace farming. It is very beneficial. There is no labor needed. The business can be run by individual also. It is organic farming. People prefer buying vegetables from this vendor than the market. The cost of the vegetables will be less compared to the cost in the market, and owner can keep all the profits to himself. So if you are interested in starting terrace gardening as a business, you can do it. Because why I'm saying so, like I am growing this lauki and kaddu and so many things. So how much we can use in our family? Because two persons, you require a one 250 grams or half kg of kaddu. One plant is giving 10 to 20 kaddus every season. What we will do that? Or like Loki, like Tori, like so many things. So if you want, if it is in excess, you can sell it. Either you can distribute among your friends and families, so no problem. If you want to start as a business, it's organically grown, you can sell it. So from there, you can make a group. The students can make a group and they can go to the some people and say that I will grow whatever you like on your terrace. You can only go for a irrigation and you can choose whatever you like, and they can charge a small fees from those. So at least this kind of startup can be taken as a entrepreneurship development. Like in Pune, one of my relative, he has bought a farmland and is saying that you can whatever you want, I will grow you for you organically, and you will give this amount of money to me. So people have started doing this kind of business in the farmland area. But we can also do it because in the cities, so many buildings are there and their rooftop is not utilized. They are just living like that. So why not to utilize your rooftop? Why not to utilize your terrace for this kind of startup, this kind of business for your own self or for others? Now, what are the astrological benefits of gardening? Those interested in astrology, they can see that a Navagraha गार्डन, नवग्रह, वानम प्लांट ट्री जो हैं वो लोग बताते हैं, जो एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल के पास जाते हैं, मैं भी बताता हूं कि अगर आपका सूर्य का कुछ गड़बड़ी है, देन यू कैन गो दिस आंख. मून है ढाक पलास, मार्स खैर, मरकरी लठजीरा, जुपिटर पीपल, वीनस गूलर, सैटर्न शमी, राहु दूब, केतु खुश. So these are the Navagraha Vatika. These are the astrological benefits कि यदि आप उसको ग्रो कराते हैं तो आप क्या करेंगे कि हमारे पास भी लोग आते हैं तो हम सजेस्ट कर देते हैं कि भाई आप जब आप हवन करते हैं तो आप देखिए नवग्रह का हवन के लिए लकड़ी अलग से आती है. हर घरों में कोई ना कोई किसी को दिक्कत रहती है तो उनको सजेस्ट किया जाता है कि इस तरीके का पौधा आप अपने घरों पे लगाएं. तो ऐसा लगाने से नवग्रह शांत रहते हैं, व्यक्ति के जीवन में लाभ ही लाभ है. तो अगर आप इस तरीके से प्लांटेशन भी करते हैं, यू नो द प्लांट्स जो हैं, ये ग्रीन प्लांट्स हैं, ये बुध ग्रह को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. मरकरी जो कि आपके ब्रेन को, आपके बिजनेस को, इन सबको बढ़ाता है, बुद्धि को बढ़ाता है, बिजनेस को बढ़ाता है. इसलिए अगर आप ग्रीन प्लांट लगाते हैं तो उसका इंपैक्ट पड़ता है. ये पीपल आर मेकिंग द नवग्रह वाटिका, होटल्स में बना रहे हैं, इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया में, बंगलोज में, फार्म हाउसेज में, यूनिवर्सिटीज में, गवर्नमेंट गार्डन्स में, पब्लिक पार्क में, टेरेस में. फॉर दैट द एमपी काउंसिल ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी इज प्रोवाइडिंग मनी. अगर आप अपने इंस्टीट्यूशन में नवग्रह वाटिका बनाना चाहते हैं, उनको प्रस्ताव भेजिए, दे विल सपोर्ट फाइनेंशियली. मेडिसिनल गार्डन एंड नवग्रह वाटिका का प्रोजेक्ट है. आप ये अपने घरों पे लगाएं और जो वास्तु दोष है उसको दूर करें, उससे लाभ लें. Navagraha Vatika is used to get the power of Navagraha. It protects the Vastu from the malefic effect of 9 planets. It gives the person health and wealth. It protects from the various diseases. If the plants planted heartily in auspicious time and in well direction, then it attracts the power of the divine energies, removes the Vastu dosha. It creates interest, raising plants for earning income. It's a source of income, give fresh environment. तो एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल बेनिफिट हैं, वेदर आप उसको बिलीव करते हैं या नहीं करते हैं, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट केस. बट if you are planting the plants, like I am suggesting that everybody should have the medicinal plants in your home. Instead of having this ornamental plants, at least everybody should have at least 10 medicinal plants जिनका आप डे टू डे यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं. दैट शुड बी देयर इन एवरी हाउस. आप उनको आपको लगाना चाहिए और आवश्यकता अनुसार उनको यूज करना चाहिए. So it was found that Navgraha Vatika is very important aspects of the profitable agriculture and sustainable development for income. There is a need to create the awareness about the Navgraha Vatika in large scale so that rural women, unemployed youth can develop small scale enterprise to generate income. तो इस तरीके से यदि आप प्लांट्स को अपने यहाँ लगाते हैं, आप उसकी वो नर्सरी बनाते हैं, लोग आते हैं, उनके यहाँ आप जाइए कि साहब आपके यहाँ नवग्रह वाटिका लगानी है, हम लगा देंगे, उनसे पैसे ले लीजिए और आप अपने घर पे भी लगाइए ताकि घर के जो क्लेश हैं, समस्याएं हैं, वो दूर हो जाएं. नाउ दिस इज द माय ओन टेरेस गार्डनिंग. You can see that when I started, this different kind of this galvanized sheets के pots बनाया गया और हमने उसको यूज किया. Now you can see here, this is my own photographs, what I have been growing. This is from the upstairs overview, different kind of plants there, जिसमें सभी तरीके के पौधे हमने लगाए हैं. You can see here, medicinal plants are there. Variety of the vegetables grown on our terrace garden. Everything, ककड़ी, लौकी, खीरा, पुदीना, कोई ऐसा क्रॉप नहीं है जिसको हमने नहीं किया है. You can see here, शिमला मिर्च, कद्दू, लौकी, तोरई. Even the fruits, नींबू है, अनार है, आम है, आंवला है. ये आपके तरबूज भी हमने ग्रो कराए थे, आप देख सकते हैं. You can see here, strawberry, watermelon, खरबूजा, अनार, नींबू, अंगूर. नींबू, आम. This all kind of vegetables and fruits, लहसुन, everything, प्याज, whatever you think we can grow. All kind of leafy plants, मेथी है, धनिया, पालक, ये आपका चना, साग, सलाद पत्ता, चौलाई, मूली. Even these medicinal plants, moringa, Aja directa indica, the cardifolia, turmeric, हल्दी, अश्वगंधा. ये आप देख सकते हैं क्या ग्रो हो रहा है. मुनगा प्लांट्स हैं हमारे, लगते हैं इसमें. ये आपका व्हाट यू कॉल बेलपत्र है, जिसको तोड़ करके शंकर जी के लिए चढ़ाते हैं. इसको लगाते हैं हम अपना, कहीं जाना नहीं पड़ता है. You can see here, even the papita, mango, आंवला, परवल, अंगूर. This is sweet potato, शकरकंद. You can see the colored cabbage. This is the colored cabbage. And this is the color of the colored cabbage, which is full of antioxidant, anti-cancer in nature. Because this color is antioxidant. And this antioxidant property is there because of the color, because of the pigments. And they have antioxidant, anti-cancer properties. You can see the tomato, and the tomato ketchup prepared by myself. This is total organic tomato ketchup. Today you can see the different kind of tomato ketchup being available in the market. There is a tomato content is 10 to 20% only. Rest is the some other things. This is 100% tomato, and this is antioxidant property is there. So I prepared myself, and only preservative I use is the vinegar. That's it. So you can take it, put it a small amount of salt or sugar, whatever you like for the taste. And for the preservative, you can use the vinegar. You keep it in your refrigerator and use it for at least 6 months. So when I put it on the social media, even from my own colony, so many people has asked that please provide us. Humne ko, no, I'm not going to do it commercially, but there is a potential avenues are there if you go for a organic tomato ketchup, which is very costly. Generally, the tomato ketchup is costing around 100 rupees or 120 rupees for 1 kg. In market is available 4 to 500 rupees per kg when it is organic one. So this is important. And also the microgreens you can grow inside soilless culture. Now you can see we are growing the mustard. This is chana. So the microgreens are important, full of antioxidants. आप अपने घर के अंदर भी इनको आप आसानी से ग्रो कराइए और अपने परिवार के लिए यूज करिए. एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स में शाक के रूप में, सलाद के रूप में आप उसको आसानी से यूज कर सकते हैं. नाउ इंटर्नशिप ट्रेनिंग हम देते हैं बच्चों को. अंडर ग्रेजुएट जो न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में बच्चे आते हैं हमारे फ्रॉम द डिफरेंट कॉलेजेस एंड दे आर टेकिंग बेनिफिट्स ऑफ द terrace gardening. You can see this is the college students and they are coming. I am providing this training free of cost. No cost is involved in that. So students learn how to grow, how to cultivate, how to produce the pot mixture, how to produce the organic fertilizer, how to harvest the crop. So that is important. See. This is some achievements, which was published in various newspaper when I started, and every day they are coming and people are coming, and that is how I have motivated thousand and thousand peoples, that at least you can use this if you have the terrace. So therefore, what is finally important, what is required today in our life, we require an organic life. So we need a family farmer rather than a family doctor. So we should have if you have a family farmer, you don't need a family doctor. So our slogan, our motto is eat whatever you grow and grow whatever you eat. जो खाएं सो उगाएं, जो उगाएं सो खाएं. So therefore, this is very important that this is my YouTube channel also, Tirkal Biotech Labs. If you want, you can go see that. What I'm trying to say that today this is very important. Though it looks very small, people can say that why should I do that? I can buy it. I can also buy it. That is not a problem. But the question is that do we do something for our environment? क्या हम अपने पर्यावरण के लिए कुछ करना चाहते हैं, अपने स्वास्थ्य के लिए करना चाहते हैं, अपने खुशी के लिए करना चाहते हैं, अपने आनंद के लिए करना चाहते हैं? तो ये एक बहुत ही स्मॉल और वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इनिशिएटिव है कि हैविंग दिस रूफटॉप, जिनके पास भी अपनी छतें हैं, आप उसका इस्तेमाल करिए. सोलर एनर्जी, I forget to tell you, when I was working in Jacob Blaston Institute, Ben Gurion University of the Negev in Israel. Where I was working is 10 kilometers from Gaza Strip, where the lot of fighting is going on. So therefore, my advisor was Professor Amos Richmond, who was the founder director of the Jacob Blaston Institute. He said, Dr. Singh, we are working on solar dollar biotechnology. हमने कहा, what is that? बोले, converting solar energy into dollars. We are working on that. So what he was doing, growing the microalgae, the various species of the algae outdoors which are medicinally important. So he was cultivating, developing the cultivation technique and selling those techniques to the various pharmaceutical industries in crores and crores of rupees. Because that is a desert. They have a lot of sunlight over there. They have started utilizing the solar energy for an commercial entity. So I have learned from him. He said, solar dollar biotechnology, how to convert solar, freely available solar energy into dollars. That is how we are working. So who can convert? The plants, the algae, the microplants, the green plants. They can utilize the solar energy and convert into the various commercial products, fruits, vegetables, or whatever is there. So therefore, I learned from him that at least if whatever the space is available, we must grow whatever, not only the vegetables. If you are interested in medicinal plant, grow the medicinal plant. If you are interested in astrological plants, grow astrological plants. At least space must be utilized. The solar energy must be utilized. And therefore, this is our slogan that eat whatever you grow and grow whatever you eat. जब आप ऐसा करेंगे तो आपका परिवार सुरक्षित रहेगा. इसको आप एक स्मॉल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के रूप में डेवलप कर सकते हैं, एक बिजनेस के रूप में डेवलप कर सकते हैं, एक ट्रेनिंग सेंटर के रूप में डेवलप कर सकते हैं. आप अपने लिए भी कर सकते हैं, अपने परिवार के लिए कर सकते हैं, इष्ट मित्र के लिए कर सकते हैं. और दूसरी बात है, पर्यावरण के लिए तो करना ही चाहिए. इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं अपना डिस्कशन यही समाप्त करता हूं. थैंक यू सो मच. यदि किसी को कुछ पूछना हो सो आई एम अवेलेबल.
थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू सर.
पूछना है.
सर आपने कहा था
थैंक
कि
यू सर.
नवग्रह वाटिका लगानी हो तो प्रस्ताव भेजे, तो वो किसको भेजना होता है प्रस्ताव?
थैंक यू सर.
वो एमपी काउंसिल ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी.
अच्छा.
अगर आप मध्य प्रदेश में हैं तो मध्य प्रदेश सरकार का जो काउंसिल ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी है वो सपोर्ट करता है. अगर आप अपने दूसरे स्टेट से हैं तो वहां की आपकी साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी का देख लीजिए. हमारे यहाँ पे एमपी काउंसिल ऑफ साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी जो मैपकॉस्ट है वो सपोर्ट करता है मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स के लिए, और नवग्रह वाटिका के लिए आप प्रस्ताव देंगे तो वो आपको फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस देंगे और आप उससे बना सकते हैं.
अच्छा सर, एक और चीज पूछनी थी. जैसे धूप होती है सर कुछ प्लांट्स को, कभी आपने कहा 8 घंटे मिनिमम तो होनी चाहिए, लेकिन
8 घंटे मीन्स टू मैक्सिमाइज द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ द फोटोसिंथेसिस. क्योंकि अगर कम से कम 7-8 घंटे मिलेगा तो आपका फोटोसिंथेसिस ज्यादा होगा. 2 घंटे रहेगा, कम सनलाइट रहेगी तो आपका फोटोसिंथेसिस कम होगा, तो उससे फ्रूट बेनिफिट्स कम होते हैं. बस इतना ही.
तो सर जैसे गर्मियों में बहुत तेज धूप होती है, तो वो तेज धूप से कोई रिवर्स एडवर्स इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा क्या?
हाँ, उसके लिए शेड नेट मैंने कहा था. यदि आपको तेज धूप से बचाना है तो जो हरे रंग का शेड नेट आता है उसको आप यूज कर सकते हैं. या उस समय प्लांट्स को जो है थोड़ा सा, अगर आपका शेडी एरिया है तो वहां शिफ्ट कर दीजिए. हम लोग भी वहां इजराइल में करते थे एल्गी के साथ में. हम रेड माइक्रो एल्गी ग्रो कराते थे आउटडोर्स में, वो भी डेजर्ट में. आप जानते हैं कि रेड सी इज कॉल्ड बिकॉज द रेड एल्गी इज ग्रोइंग. लाल सागर इसलिए लाल सागर है कि उसमें लाल रंग की एल्गी ग्रो करती है और फाइडिडियम. तो उसको हम वहां कल्टीवेट करते थे, वो भी ग्लास पैनल में आउटडोर्स में. तो 1 बजे से 3 बजे तक हम उस पूरे पैनल को शेड से ढक देते थे, क्योंकि लाइट इंटेंसिटी इतना ज्यादा होती थी कि देयर इज ए चांसेस ऑफ डैमेज. तो हम उसको थोड़ा सा शेड दे देते थे 3 घंटे के लिए, और फिर शेड हटा देते, लकड़ी जो अपना आपका रहता है उससे थोड़ा सा ढक देते थे. तो वो तो अगर आपका कहीं पर ऐसा है, अगर आप उसको कॉमर्शियली कर रहे हैं, आपको टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप करनी है, तो आपको रेडिएशन के लिए थोड़ा सा उपाय. हम तो वहां कूलिंग टावर्स लगे हुए थे, हम पैनल के ऊपर ठंडा पानी छिड़कते थे ताकि उसका टेम्परेचर ना बढ़े ग्लास पैनल्स का. तो वो सारी चीजें जो एनवायरमेंटल फैक्टर्स हैं उनको तो ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. वैसे हम तो कुछ करते नहीं, हमने तो सब कुछ जो रखा ओपन रखा, कोई शेड नेट नहीं लगाया है, और 12 महीने सब्जियां होती हैं।
सर एक जैसे चूहे आ जाते हैं, मतलब ऐसे कुछ खाने की चीजें और ये फ्रूट्स और इस तरह का होता है, तो कोई ऐसी चीज होती है जिसकी कोई खुशबू या उससे वो ना आए, या मतलब उनको कैसे दूर रखा जाए?
नहीं नहीं, देखिए चूहों के लिए तो बहुत से उपाय उपलब्ध हैं मार्केट में, उसको आप कर लीजिए, है ना।
अच्छा।
जी जी जी।
और चींटियां आती हैं कई बार पौधों के अंदर।
हाँ आती है ना, चींटियां आएंगी, उनके पीछे वो आएंगे, क्या कहते हैं, दीमक।
हाँ।
जहां जहां चींटी जाती वहां वहां दीमक जाती है। ध्यान रखिए, अपने घरों में भी जो दीमक लगती चींटी के थ्रू लगती है। जैसे आपकी दीवार में छोटा छोटा चींटी सुराग बना लेता है, उनके
हाँ
पीछे
हाँ।
दीमक आ जाती है। वो चींटियों के थ्रू आती है दीमक। आप देखते हो कहीं क्रैक्स हैं, कहीं लकड़ी में है, वो छोटी छोटी चीट, तो चींटियों में उनको जो दूर करने के लिए जो है वो कार्बेंडाजोल या बहुत से ऐसे पेस्टिसाइड्स आते हैं जिनको आप छिड़क देंगे तो चींटियां एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगी। तो उनको एलिमिनेट करना है, अदरवाइज चींटियां भी जाके जो है एपिकल बड को हमारे यहाँ खा जाती हैं और उसमें ग्रोथ नहीं होती।
हम्म।
तो बहुत एक्सेस आप चींटियों के लिए आप उसमें जो है मिट्टी में थोड़ा सा पेस्टिसाइड मिला सकते हैं, समय समय पे उसका छिड़काव कर सकते हैं।
सर लेकिन जैसे उसकी कितनी क्वांटिटी मिलानी चाहिए, ये सब हमको टेक्निकल।
ये जो आपका वो आप खरीदेंगे ना तो उसके अंदर फील्ड डोज लिखी रहती है,
अच्छा।
इतने ग्राम्स पर हेक्टेयर। तो
अच्छा।
आप अपना कैलकुलेट कर लीजिए कि आपके एरिया कितना, उतना उसमें लेकर के डिजॉल्व करके उतना डालिए।
ठीक है।
प्रशांत, प्रशांत कुछ पूछ रहे हैं?
हाँ सर, मैं कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ सर। सर, sir had given a very nicely presentation, sir, on terrace gardening. So here, in case of terrace gardening, also I tried the microgreens also. In microgreens, it is very easy to grow, sir, because within 5-6 दिन में तैयार हो जाता है वो।
एग्जैक्टली।
और काफी अच्छा है, सर ने बोला काफी अच्छा है वो। और जो बायो पेस्टिसाइड सर आपने बोला, उसमें चिली का भी ट्राई करना चाहिए। चिली, टर्मरिक और जिंजर, उनका भी
बिल्कुल
इफेक्ट होता है सर थोड़ा
बिल्कुल
बहुत।
बिल्कुल।
तो मुझे आपका प्रेजेंटेशन काफी अच्छा लगा सर।
थैंक यू
So
डॉक्टर, थैंक यू सो मच।
thank you so much, sir, for wonderful presentation.
सर
सर
नीम पाउडर क्या प्लीज एफिड्स के लिए यूज हो सकता है?
फिर से बोलो।
देखिए वो रिपेलेंट करेगा, बहुत से ऐसे एफिड्स हैं जिनको कि रिपेल तो कर देगा लेकिन उनको किल नहीं करेगा। किल करने के लिए जो एफिड्स व्हाइट वाले लगते हैं उसमें आपको कोई ना कोई ऑर्गेनिक सॉल्वेंट मिलाना पड़ेगा। या तो आप सोप से वो आप करिए तो उससे एलिमिनेट होंगे, जब तक का वो वैक्स कोटिंग रहती है। वो वैक्स कोटिंग तभी हटेगी या तो उसको डिटर्जेंट से हटेगी या उसमें कोई जैसे ऑर्गेनिक सॉल्वेंट मिला रहेगा तो रिमूव हो जाएंगे।
सर घरों में स्पिरुलिना का कल्टीवेशन कैसे करें सर?
जैसे बताया है वैसे ही करना है आपको। जो
जी
है
सर।
छोटे छोटे टैंक्स, देखिए आपको तो पहले इसका कल्चर चाहिए। तो कल्चर मेंटेनेंस के लिए यू नीड एटलीस्ट सम माइक्रोबायोलॉजिकल लैब समवेयर। कोई ना कोई आपको सपोर्ट लेना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि घर पे डायरेक्ट लाएंगे वो खराब हो जाएगा और फिर आप
यस
उसे
सर।
रिवाइव नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो
जी
गवर्नमेंट देती है, आप कल्चर आधा लीटर ला करके सीधे कल्चर मीडियम को आप यूज कर सकते हैं। या जो एनएसडीसी है ना, नेशनल
जी
स्किल
सर।
डेवलपमेंट कारपोरेशन, तो एनएसडीसी से आप टेक्नोलॉजी ले सकते हैं।
यस सर।
हाँ, एनएसडीसी से आप टेक्नोलॉजी ले सकते हैं, वो पूरा आपका सेटअप करा देंगे। और नहीं तो जो सेंट्रल फूड एंड टेक्नोलॉजिकल रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट है सीएफटीआरआई मैसूर, वहाँ ये
जी
टेक्नोलॉजी
सर।
करके उसमें सारे प्रोडक्ट्स का डेवलपमेंट किया गया है, यानी सॉस का, उसमें चटनी का, उसमें जितने तरीके के फूड प्रोडक्ट्स हैं उस पार्टनर से डेवलप करके उसको वहां पे पेटेंट किया, कॉमर्शलाइज किया गया है। तो अगर आप
जी
मैसूर
सर।
में, क्योंकि वही भारत सरकार का इंस्टीट्यूशन है जो सारे हमारे जो वो जाते हैं, क्या नाम है, साउथ पोल के ऊपर, अंटार्कटिका के ऊपर, साइंटिस्ट का भोजन वहीं से जाता है। वो सीएफटीआरआई ही बना के पैक करके वो देता है, उसी को वो फूड इस्तेमाल करते हैं। या जो
जी
एस्ट्रोनॉट
सर।
आए तो वो, तो वहां से आपको, अदरवाइज आप अगर हम लोगों से चाहेंगे तो हम भी आपको सिखा देंगे, आपको कुछ सीखना पड़ेगा पहले। आप
जी सर।
डायरेक्ट करेंगे तो उसमें कोलैप्स होने के चांसेस ज्यादा हैं, क्योंकि उसमें आपको जो कल्चर है उसको स्टेप बाय स्टेप बढ़ाना है। डायरेक्ट लाके पानी में डालेंगे, वो सस्टेन किया नहीं किया चला जाएगा, क्योंकि उसमें
जी
पीएच
सर।
करना है 8 to 11, हाईली अल्कलाइन इन पीएच। तो 8 से 11 pH मेंटेन रखेंगे तो आपका वो कल्टीवेशन होता रहेगा।
जी सर, थैंक यू सर।
सर ये हाइड्रोपोनिक्स के
हेलो
लिए न्यूट्रिएंट्स कैसे दे? मार्केट में भी कुछ न्यूट्रिएंट्स का आता है ना पैकेट्स, पर वो तो
नहीं
नहीं देना चाहिए।
नहीं नहीं, अगर आप स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं तो उसमें से करिए, नहीं तो आप अपना खुद मीडियम डिजाइन करिए ना। आपको बताएं कि जब ये स्पाइरना जो अब मैंने आपको कल्टीवेशन दिखाया है, अगर उसको स्टैंडर्ड जेरॉक्स मीडियम यूज करेंगे तो वो 20 रुपए पर लीटर पड़ता है मीडियम, और 20 रुपए पर लीटर के हिसाब से अगर आप स्पाइरना कल्टीवेट करेंगे वो कॉमर्शियली नॉट वायबल। तो उसको हम लोगों ने मीडियम डिजाइन कर दिया था, मुझे टास्क दिया गया था कि 20 रुपए से घटा के इसको 13 नए पैसे पर लीटर पे लाइए, 13 NP। तो जितने भी कमर्शियल उसमें इंग्रेडिएंट्स थे उन सबको हमने लोकल रिसोर्सेज में रिप्लेस किया। जैसे अब उसमें आप कॉमर्शियली लेने जाएं NPK वगैरह डालेंगे तो बहुत महंगा पड़ता है, आप देखिए उसका पैकेट भी बहुत महंगा आता है। तो हमने जो किसानों को दिया जा रहा था NPK सब्सिडाइज्ड, वो लिया, बाई कार्बोनेट वो लिया, मीठा सोडा जो कॉमर्शियली अवेलेबल है, सोडियम क्लोराइड जो है वो बड़े बड़े जो अपना आते हैं रॉ, इस तरीके से मीडियम को लो चीप रिसोर्सेस को यूज करके वो केमिकल्स को रिप्लेस करके उस मीडियम को डिजाइन किया, तो वो कमर्शियल वायबल हुआ। तो उसमें जो लोग साइंटिस्ट हैं जो जानते हैं उनको हमेशा कोशिश करनी चाहिए कि इसकी कॉस्ट रिड्यूस हो। तो ऐसे रिसोर्सेस को आप यूज कर सकते हैं जो लोकली अवेलेबल हैं और चीप हैं, तो उनको मिला करके आप मिक्सर बना करके आप यूज कर सकते हैं। लेना तो आपको स्टैंडर्ड है, लेकिन उसको कॉस्ट कैसे घटाएं, उसके लिए आप लोकल रिसोर्सेस का इस्तेमाल करिए।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
अच्छा
हेलो
सर।
सर।
हेलो।
हाँ बोलिए।
हेलो।
अच्छा सर।
हाँ सर, एक मेरा एक क्वेश्चन।
हाँ विनोद बोलो, गीता विनोद के बाद।
हाँ हाँ, मैं सर, जो मैम ने पूछा ना अभी NFT टेक्नोलॉजी, हम भी ऐसा एक टेक्नोलॉजी हमारे कॉलेज में डेवलप करना चाहते थे, हाइड्रोपोनिक्स और एरोपोनिक्स का।
हाँ हाँ
जो कि क्या है कि कस्टमर का भी क्या प्रेफरेंस रहता है कि सर ये जो टेक्नोलॉजी है ना NFT, उसमें बहुत सारे लिक्विड केमिकल्स यूज होते हैं कि जो ऑर्गेनिक नहीं बोल सकते ना सर हम उसको।
जी देखिए, ऑर्गेनिक तो तत्काल होता भी नहीं है। मैंने आपको क्या बताया कि आप अगर टोटल कर देंगे तो वो संभव ही नहीं है, आपको स्लोली स्लोली उसको रिड्यूस करना है और फिर भी केमिकल को इस्तेमाल करना है। 100% ऑर्गेनिक में बहुत समय लगता है, तो इसीलिए उसमें जो है ऑर्गेनिक को आप रिप्लेस करना है, धीरे धीरे करके रिप्लेस करना है। आप इमीडिएट करेंगे तो कहो कहीं कुछ ग्रो हो या ना हो, तो आपको पहले 10%
नहीं
करिए,
सर, जो
20% करिए, 40% करिए, ऐसे बढ़ाइए उसको ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट को, तो वो फिर साथ में एडॉप्ट भी हो जाएगा और डेवलप भी हो जाएगा।
ओके ओके सर। तो सर क्या है कि सॉइल सॉइल मीडिया रहते हैं तो हमें ज्यादा ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड यूज कर सकते हैं, लेकिन ये जो लिक्विड है ना, तो उसमें बहुत सारी दिक्कत होती है कि माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स, NPK, अभी बहुत सारी कंपनियां ये जो लिक्विड्स बेचती है ना, तो हमें जरा डाउट था कि ऑर्गेनिक तो नहीं रहेगा ना सब चीज उसमें।
नहीं नहीं, ऑर्गेनिक नहीं रहता है, जो आप उनको बहुत विश्वास नहीं कर सकते हैं।
हाँ वही। अभी बहुत सारे
आप
पुणे में किचन
आप
गार्डनिंग, बहुत
चाहें
सारे
तो,
स्कूल ने प्रोजेक्ट्स लॉन्च।
नहीं जैसे सॉइल
यस सर।
मीडियम है तो आप सॉइल को भी फिल्टर करके न्यूट्रिएंट्स निकाल सकते हैं।
अच्छा।
सॉइल तो नेचुरल मीडिया है ना, तो अगर सॉइल
यस
को
यस
ही आप डाइल्यूट करके उसको फिल्टर कर लें तो आपका मीडियम
यस
बन गया।
यस सर।
अगर
सर
आप उसको
आपका
ऑटोक्लेव कर देंगे तो उसमें माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म मर जाएंगे, लेकिन केमिकल न्यूट्रिएंट्स आपको मिल जाएंगे।
यस सर, आपके YouTube चैनल का लिंक हमें भेज दीजिए
गीता
तो हम।
हाँ वो है ना, त्रिकाल बायोटेक करके आप देख लीजिए, उस पे है, आप यूट्यूब पे जाइए, उसमें त्रिकाल बायोटेक,
ओके सर।
TRIKL त्रिकाल।
ओके ओके, थैंक यू सर।
अच्छा सर, जैसा आपने बताया था कि NEP के थ्रू आप बच्चे आते हैं आपके टेरिस पर देखने के लिए या रिसर्च करने के लिए, तो मुझे ये जानना था कि जो इस फील्ड में इंटरेस्टेड है तो वो ग्रेजुएशन में NEP के अकॉर्डिंग कौन सा विषय का चुनाव कर सकते हैं?
नहीं वो तो देखिए टेरेस गार्डनिंग तो उसमें है ही है ना NEP में। एनईपी में एक 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 पेपर है टेरेस गार्डनिंग का। वो बच्चे आजकल हमारे पास आ रहे हैं एग्रीकल्चर में, हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी में हम तो 2-2, 250-250 बच्चों को ट्रेन कर रहे हैं 7 डेज की ट्रेनिंग में। तो वो उनके चॉइस के ऊपर है बच्चों को, अगर वो टेरेस गार्डनिंग में इंटरेस्टेड है तो टेरेस गार्डनिंग सीख लें, ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग इंटरेस्टेड है तो ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग सीख लें। यदि वो मशरूम कल्टीवेशन चाहते हैं, पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट चाहते हैं, तो हमारे पास में तो ये एलईडी बल्ब मेकिंग का भी है, हमारे पास में वर्मी कंपोस्टिंग भी हम सिखाते हैं, हमारे पास में गोबर गैस प्लांट है तो उसको भी है, और फैशन डिजाइनिंग का है हमारे पास, इंटीरियर डिजाइनिंग का है। तो जो बच्चों को जो पैथोलॉजी है हमारे पास में, तो जिनको जिसमें फील्ड में इंटरेस्ट हो वो उनको ले लेते हैं। अगर टेरेस केवल देखना है तो मैं अपने घर पे बुलाता हूं, क्योंकि वहां यूनिवर्सिटी में टेरेस नहीं है, वहां सब फार्मिंग एग्रीकल्चर का है। तो टेरेस जिनको स्पेशल इंटरेस्ट होता है उनको समय देते हैं कि आप सुबह आइए 10-10 के बैच में, 15-15 बैच में, मैं दिखा दूंगा, सिखा दूंगा।
थैंक यू सर।
और कोई? चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू भैया, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू सर।
सर
थैंक यू
एक
नीरज सर।
सर एक क्वेश्चन।
एक क्वेश्चन और है सर, एक क्वेश्चन और।
सर सर
हाँ,
वो जो हाइब्रिड जो होते हैं ना हम आपका जो बगीचा देखा था, वहां देखा था एक पोमेग्रेनेट का जो प्लांट था, वो जैसे हाइब्रिड लग रहा था, वो नीचे में लग रहा था ना, मतलब जल्दी लग गया था वो
नहीं नहीं
हाइब्रिड।
नहीं, हाइब्रिड नहीं है, हमने तो नॉर्मल ऐसे ही ले लिया था लेमन से। हमारे जो भी पौधे हैं वो किसी भी नर्सरी के नहीं है, वो सड़क किनारे जो लोग बेचते रहते हैं उन्हीं से खरीद लिया है हमने।
तो इतना नीचे से हो जाते हैं हम लोग
हाँ
के
हाँ,
लिए।
आराम से। अभी अभी भी आज भी लगा हुआ है सब, वो फ्लावरिंग होती है सब, उसमें सब खूब आते हैं।
अच्छा सर।
और उसी में से सीड गिर के और नए पौधे निकले, उनको हमने दूसरी जगह लगा दिया।
अच्छा सर।
जी जी जी।
सर और एक बात पूछना था, जो हाइब्रिड जो प्लांट्स होते हैं यहाँ पे मिलते हैं, वो कुछ मतलब उसका केमिकल कंटेंट कुछ डिफरेंट होता है या क्या? उससे जो फ्रूट्स निकलता है वो नॉर्मल प्लांट्स के जैसा होता है या नहीं सर?
नॉर्मल
Is it
रहता है,
safe
लेकिन
for
उसमें
eating?
क्या होता है, ईल्ड ज्यादा हो जाती है, इतना ही रहता है। बाकी उसमें कोई हाइब्रिडाइजेशन कोई जेनेटिक लेवल पे तो होता नहीं है। ये जो हाइब्रिडाइजेशन अगर जेनेटिकली नहीं है तो ये जनरली क्या है कि वो मिक्स कर देते हैं, एक जैसे कलम लगा दिए या यहाँ से वहां पॉलिनेशन चेंज कर दिए, तो बहुत कुछ उसमें केमिकल कंपोजिशन में अंतर नहीं होता है।
अच्छा, तो ये इट्स सेफ फॉर ईटिंग कंजम्पशन।
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली।
ओके ओके, थैंक यू सर।
Sir, I have one query, sir.
हाँ बोलिए।
Sir, what are the current challenges in the production of the spirulina and other algal strains?
देखिए, करंट चैलेंज तो सेम है कि आप एनवायरनमेंट के जो फैक्टर्स हैं उनको आप को कंट्रोल करना है, और दूसरा ये है कि बॉटलनेक है उनके मार्केटिंग में। अगर आप मार्केटिंग नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, जैसे हम खुद बताएं, जिस कंपनी में मैं था उस कंपनी को फिर मैं एज ए डायरेक्टर भी रहा, मैंने उसको छोड़ दिया। बाद में ये कंपनी जो है 2000 अभी 18-19 में वो बंद करके चले गए यूएस। कारण क्या है कि जो ये प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, जैसे स्पाइरुलिना है, ये ओटीसी प्रोडक्ट है, ओवर द काउंटर। इसको डॉक्टर्स नहीं लिखते हैं, क्योंकि ये फूड सप्लीमेंट में है, ये ड्रग के रूप में इसको गवर्नमेंट ने रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं किया है। तो जब ड्रग के रूप में रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं है तो आयुर्वेद वाले लिख देते हैं कि आप साथ में खाइए, लेकिन आपका एमबीबीएस डॉक्टर उसको लिखेगा नहीं, और जब लिखेगा नहीं तो उसकी बिक्री कम होती है, तो आपको प्रमोट करना है। तो इस कारण से क्या है कि जो मेन है उसमें है इसका सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग जो है वो, अगर जैसे अभी इसका हमने वो बनाया था, अरे उसका जो फाइकोसाइनिन जो पिगमेंट है, स्पाइरुलिना से हमने एक्सट्रैक्ट करके प्यूरिफाई किया। आप सोचिए कि 1 केजी स्पाइरुलिना के पाउडर की कीमत 4000 रुपए है केवल मार्केट में, लेकिन अगर उसमें से हम पिगमेंट निकाल लेते हैं तो उसकी कीमत 1 करोड़ रुपया है मार्केट में, क्योंकि उससे वो बनता है क्या नाम है, फ्लोरेसेंट डाई, जो कैंसर और हार्ट डिजीज को डिटेक्ट करती है। तो उसको अगर आप बेचें तो करीब करीब 1 करोड़ पर ग्राम उसकी कॉस्ट है, और आप 1 किलो से जाने कितने ग्राम निकाल सकते हैं, लेकिन खरीदेगा कौन हमसे? प्रॉब्लम यहां आती है कि कैन वी सेल इट टू द इंटरनेशनल जो कंपनीज हैं, उनको क्या हम बेच सकते हैं? उनके बेचने के लिए जब हम प्रयास करते हैं तो वो कहते हैं इंडिया का स्टैंडर्ड ठीक नहीं है, इसमें ये कमी है, वो कमी। इस कारण से हमने उसको एक कंपनी नई खोली थी, ऑक्सफोर्ड, एल्गीटेक ऑक्सफोर्ड, यूके में जाके, कि उधर से जब हम बनाएंगे तो वहां के ब्रिटिश रूल्स के अंतर्गत सब रहेंगे तो उसका ज्यादा लोग खरीदेंगे। तो यहाँ प्रॉब्लम जो आ जाती है वो इसका है कि हम सारे जो सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग अगर हम कर ले जाएं, जैसे अभी हम कितना भी आपको समझाएं स्पाइरुलिना, लेकिन आप में से कोई शायद ही कोई जाके खरीदेगा, बाकी सुन लेंगे चले जाएंगे, लेंगे नहीं, क्योंकि हम लोग डॉक्टर नहीं है ना, तो ट्रस्ट नहीं करेंगे, बोले टीचर आदमी ऐसे समझाते रहते हैं। तो मेन प्रॉब्लम आती है कि सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग और उसको पब्लिक डोमेन में ले जाना और उसको प्रमोट करना। जो कर रहे हैं फॉरेन के अंदर वो कमा रहे हैं, बिलियन बिलियन डॉलर कमा रहे हैं। हम अपने देश के अंदर ही इसको प्रमोट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। आप देखिए कितने लोग कल्टीवेट करते हैं, कितने लोग यूज करते हैं, आप इसका एक सर्वे करके देखिए। तो इसका जो मुझे आया वो है, एक तो चीप टेक्नोलॉजी होना चाहिए, दूसरा ये है कि सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग की स्ट्रांग आपके पास में टीम होना चाहिए।
Sir, is it profitable business for temperate areas, in temperate areas?
हाँ, प्रॉफिटेबल है। प्रॉफिट
No, sir.
देखिए,
there is temperature constants are there.
नहीं, जो मैंने आपको बताया कि जो आप इंडोर में जैसे उसका आप ये करते हैं, पिगमेंट्स निकालते हैं, उसके लिए तो आपको लेबोरेटरी के अंदर ही, लैब के अंदर सब करना है।
फोटो बायोरिएक्टर्स you're using.
फोटो बायोरिएक्टर्स अगर बाहर से नहीं है तो आप इंडोर भी यूज कर सकते हैं ना। बहुत से कल्टीवेशन सब इंडोर्स में होते हैं फोटो बायोरिएक्टर का इस्तेमाल करके।
Sir, what is the best way to select the best strain, algal strain?
नहीं, बेस्ट वे तो ये है कि देखिए, जिसको आप उस पर्टिकुलर इन्वायरमेंटल सेट ऑफ कंडीशंस में अच्छे से ग्रो करें और उसका जो आपका वॉल्यूमेट्रिक प्रोडक्टिविटी और फील्ड प्रोडक्टिविटी जो है, एरियल प्रोडक्टिविटी ज्यादा हो। जैसे हम वहां इजराइल में आउटडोर में ग्रो करा रहे थे तो हम उसका वॉल्यूमेट्रिक प्रोडक्टिविटी भी निकालते थे और एरियल प्रोडक्टिविटी, एरिया वाइज जो है कितने ग्राम्स पर स्क्वायर मीटर में वो प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है, तो जो सही रहता था उसको ही हम सेलेक्ट करते थे।
Okay, that means on the basis of biomass production.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, भैया. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Sanjeev. Thank you.
चलिए, ठीक लगा आप लोगों को?
Very good, sir.
जी सर,
बहुत अच्छा था सर। वेरी गुड सर, वेरी गुड, बहुत अच्छा था
सर। इनकी पीपीटी ग्रुप में शेयर कर दीजिए ना।
वो YouTube में जाके देख लो ना, त्रिकाल YouTube।
जी
बाकी मैं भेजूंगा, पीपीटी कैसे देंगे वो? तो प्रॉब्लम होती है।